Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. Today, we're wrapping up our series on the Cleric. We're talking about Cleric spellcasting in the Player's Handbook, and we're discussing their spells and which ones I recommend. As we are at the end of the series, we are now talking about 9th level spells. This is what you get when you have done 17 hard levels in Cleric, and you now are ready to choose the pinnacle of magic that Divine Magic can give you. I've chosen a top 5 list, which is a little redundant because there are only 5 level 9 spells for you to pick, but I've split them up into 2 combat-focused spells, 2 utility-focused spells, as well as an honorable mention. Before we get into the details, though, I'd like to let you know, Relaxed Fantasy Review has memberships. For just $1 a month, you can support me here on YouTube and get a couple benefits. You get a little badge next to your name in the comments, letting folks know you're a supporter. You get early access to my videos a day earlier than everyone else. You get VIP access in my community Discord, where I've been sharing a project that I've been working on recently. More on that in a minute. If any of that sounds interesting to you, you can click the join button just down there next to the subscribe button. And if it doesn't interest you, that's fine too. The Discord is free for anyone to join. There's links in the video and channel description. And honestly, just being here, watching the video, liking, subscribing to the channel are all great ways to support me. I'm recently been working on a homebrew project. I'm going to be talking more about that in future videos. So keep your ears open for that one. And yeah, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. I'll be talking about a lot of new things here in the future. So thank you for watching my content here on YouTube. All right, let's start off with the combat spell. The number 2 combat spell that I recommend is Power Word Heal. Some think that this is the best healing spell in the game, and it's certainly no slouch. You speak a word of power that forces a creature to heal. It restores all of that creature's hit points. It also cures them of charm, fear, poison, paralysis, stun. If they're prone, such as they've been knocked unconscious and they've fallen down, when you use Power Word Heal, they can even use their reaction to get up again. Just very anime of them. It is fine. It's a good spell, especially if you've got a really, really tanky character who's down hundreds of hit points. You can use this and just, bam, they are now at full health, no problem. It's certainly good. So I give it number 2. As far as the utility number 2 spell, I give that to True Resurrection. This is the 9th level big brother of the 7th level resurrection spell, and instead of costing 1,000 gold, it costs 25,000 gold. Holy crap. And instead of being limited to the last century, the last 100 years, the creature could have died any time in the last 200 years. In addition, you don't need a piece of their body. It doesn't have to restore anything from what they have, what's left of them, their remains. You can just speak their name, and their body will be formed for them. It will bring them back to life, basically, no matter what. It also doesn't come with any of the ordeals of resurrection, none of the difficulty with your own spell casting, none of the skill or D20 penalties, nothing like that. It's just bam, you're back. It takes an hour, to be fair, but none of the downsides. Just lots of cost and a 9th level spell slot. Still, it's a solid thing to do in a very story-driven situation where you want to restore someone who's been gone that long. And yeah, there you go, True Resurrection. Before we get to the number 1 recommendations, I will bring up the honorable mention, Astral Projection. This is such an odd spell that I don't even know what to really talk about. You form an astral body, which is the same as yours in every way. The same strength, the same powers, the same inventory, all that. And it can travel through the astral plane. Your old body stays behind in suspended animation. It doesn't need to eat or drink or breathe, and it doesn't age. So it just stays there. So this is very much how you dimension hop and go to other worlds. But if your astral body takes damage and you die, you just shunt back to your body in the real world and the spell ends. Other than that, I don't think it has a time limit. You can just kind of travel the astral plane at will in this body with a little silver cord coming out the back of your head. If that cord is cut, which is a very, very specific thing, like Githyanki swords can do that, and there's like a monstrous astral creature that can do it. Other than that, not a whole lot of things can. That will kill you instantly, severing the connection between your soul and body. I'm not really sure why you would take this. I mean, if you were in the material plane and the story demanded you travel the astral plane, I guess this is the way to do it, but there are so many other ways to dimension hop. This one just kind of does it with less risk, I guess. It's interesting to be sure. I'm not sure what it really would be for, because at this level there are lots of other ways to get around. So I'm going to give it the honorable mention here for utility. But then the number 1 spell for utility, this spell is debatably the strongest spell in D&D for a reason that'll become clear, and that is my number 1 utility spell, Gate. Gate opens a portal between where you are and some other plane of existence. You can specify a specific location, or you can specify a specific creature. As long as you know their name, a portal appears next to them. And there's nothing they can do to stop it. It just appears, and they get sucked through and land next to you, or next to wherever you put the gate. It doesn't do anything like mind control them or charm them. They can do whatever they like. But it is a way for you to just jump to anybody's location anywhere in the multiverse. The only downside, weirdly, is that you have to be on a different plane of existence. So if you're in the material plane, and you know who you're looking for is in the material plane, you can plane shift somewhere else, like, the astral plane or something, and then gate back to the material plane, specifically trying to go to this one individual, and there they are. So it's a weird roundabout way. I'm not sure why that limitation exists, but it does. Yeah, it is, there's no, like I said, no save. The only thing it says is that deities and planar rulers, so like the archdevils of the 9 layers of hell, or the gods of Mount Celestia, can stop you from making a gate in their realm if they want to, but I doubt they would do that unless you were trying to teleport right to them, which obviously they may not want you to, so there is that, but except for that, you can go anywhere and to anybody. It would be preferable to Astral Projection in my mind, and I give it the number 1 spot for utility. It's how you find people and how you get places with basically no problem. As far as the number 1 combat spell goes, I don't think this is a hot take. It is the superior of the healing spells, Mass Heal. Mass Heal is better than Power Word Heal in basically every way. It doesn't heal all the same conditions, but it does heal blinded and deafened and poisoned, and it heals a set number of hit points. The hit points being 700, which you can divvy out to multiple creatures. You see, if you think about D&D, what's the tankiest character in D&D? A barbarian. They've got a heavy D12 hit die. Let's assume they've maxed out their constitution. Let's say it's at 30, even though that's almost impossible, but there are ways to raise stats above 20 in the game, so why not? And let's say they've got the Boon of Fortitude and the Tough Feat, adding 40 hit points each to their hit point pool. So what do you have there? A D12 times 20, that's 240. Then you add 40 for Tough and 40 for the Fortitude boon, that's 320. And then you add your Constitution modifier of 10, the maximum possible, times another 20. So now you've got another 200. You still haven't reached 700. Let's make you a dwarf and add another, 20 on there for your Dwarven Fortitude feature. Let's add, an upcast level 9 AIDS spell. You're getting close to 700 at that point, but we are talking about the absolute most broken build trying to get to maximum hit points. And Mass Heal is still healing for more hit points than Power Word Heal did. I don't know. And most of the time that's not going to be the case at all. You're going to have a full party of individuals with, anywhere between 150 and 300 health, depending on their build. So Mass Heal is probably going to take the whole party to maximum hit points. I'm really not sure why you'd pick Power Word Heal over this. Mass Heal is almost non-debatably the better spell. I'm very happy to hear your arguments in the comments. If you think that the curing of paralysis and stun makes it worthy of skipping out on all of those hit points, okay, fair enough. Maybe that reaction jump up is worth it to you. But personally, I'll take Mass Heal 10 times out of 10, and that is my number one recommendation for combat. And yeah, one more thing I should mention, and this is a new thing in the New Player's Handbook, is that we're talking about the 17th level Cleric here, so they've got their 9th level spells. Don't forget that when Clerics get to level 20, their Divine Intervention, their Greater Divine Intervention, allows them to cast Wish. And because they're doing it via their deity and it's not on their spell list, there is some debate that they can't lose the spell the same way a wizard or sorcerer could. That's obviously a call your DM has to make, but that's how I rule it. You're limited to only casting it once every 2d4 days instead of once per day, but it's still an interesting little dynamic. So obviously, above all of these spells, once you are at level 20, don't forget you have Wish as well. And that's it. If you are a level 17 Cleric, grab Mass Heal, grab Gate, and don't look back. And obviously, if you need to bring someone back, grab True Resurrection. If you need to Dimension Hop, grab Astral Projection. And grab Power Word Heal if you like being dramatic. And yeah, I hope that helps. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below. Have a look for the join button down there, and keep your eyes peeled for more spellcasting reviews coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.